that time of the year. We're talking about March Mammal Madness, and this is The Rundown. Bringing you all the highlights of the tournament, I am Lion, and I am joined by my co-host, Giraffe.
Great to be here, Lion, and it was an incredible night of first-round action in the Tuxedo style division. These are species with monochromatic coloration in shades of gray from whitest snow to darkest sable. And our special commentator for this Tuxedo style division, the carnivore that's an herbivore, the Bruin bringing bamboo to ruin, the oso that's the mosto, Panda!
Hello. Excited to tell the evidence-based tales of real animal imaginary encounters. And forgive me for my occasional snack attacks. I gotta keep eating because I can barely digest my food.
Popping in with some poop science. Did you know that pandas poop over 30 times a day? Because they eat primarily plants, but they have the intestinal tract of a carnivore, they aren't able to digest all the plant material they eat. So it gets passed on through to the other side. This has been another segment of Talking Poop Talks Poop.
Pipe down, soft serve.
Ew. Moving on. Tonight's action begins on the ice floes of the Arctic North. Eastern spotted skunk was transported from the middle of the U.S. Midwest to the edge of the sea ice.
Skunk sees narwhal's tusk rising from the water. Is this a predator? Skunk thinks. Skunk does his "I'm gonna stink you up" handstand dance. But the narwhal's tusk keeps coming until narwhal's face is out of the water and next to the skunk. Skunk quickly flees this terrifying creature and much bigger combatant. Skunk eliminated!
Yes, another sea ice battle. It seems marine, ice, and snow environments really favor tuxedo-style adaptations. Tonight, ribbon seal approaches southern Tamandua, recently translocated from the Bolivian rainforest, in case this might be a lady looking for love. Tamandua does his stand-up, back-up move of defense, but accidentally backs off the ice floe and into the water. Tamandua eliminated.
Cloud rat is magically translocated from an island forest life in the Philippines to a mainland forest life in Southeast Asia. Climbing a couple feet up the trunk of a tree, Cloud Rat encounters a nearby tapir om-nom-nomming on fallen fruit. But tapir has some other important business to do, marking her territory. Cloud Rat is almost smooshed as tapir, with a mighty fine booty, backs that booty up to scent mark against Cloud Rat's tree trunk. To escape the booty-crushing zone, Cloud Rat climbs to the canopy and beyond the field of battle. Cloud Rat eliminated!
In Etosha National Park, Namibia, mountain zebra is near a watering hole when white-faced capuchin arrives from Panama. Normally, keen to flee to the trees, in this desert there is no elevation to gain. But zebra is dropping down to the ground, rolling up a dust bath, sending Capuchin fleeing from the melee. Capuchin eliminated.
All right, now let's talk about some of the best animals in the division. The big bear and the big herbivores. When translocated to water near the sea ice, water shrew swam frantically toward the ice shelf, but polar bear, also hauling out of the seawater, unintentionally begins to crush the water shrew. The water shrew, in his final death throes, slashes his tiny red-tipped teeth with venomous saliva into polar bear. So water shrew is eliminated, but it remains to be learned what will become of the polar bear. Wild yak is eating some lichen in a high-elevation alpine meadow of the Tibetan plateau, when Zorilla, also known as the striped polecat, is translocated into the scene. Wild yak ignores the Zorilla threat call, so our stripy stink master turns his back, lifts his tail, shrieks loudly. Zorilla sprays fluids from his anal glands at the yak, but a Himalayan wind blows the spray back on Zorilla. Hoisted on his own petard, Zorilla runs from the battlefield. Zorilla eliminated. As Cape buffalo grazed and ruminated in the Okavango Delta in Botswana, moonrat arrived from the mangrove forests of Sumatra, Indonesia. Uninterested in the moonrat, Cape buffalo continues the main activities that take up 75% of his day, grazing and ruminating. But something else has noticed the moonrat, a jackal. Unimpressed by the moonrat's stinky defenses, jackal snatches moonrat in his jaws and trots away. Cape buffalo grazes and ruminates. Moonrat eliminated. Shoutouts to the minimalist style of wild yak and Cape buffalo. You gotta love the combatants that just kick back, focus on foliage, and don't get rolled by unnecessary kerfuffles.
Langer was translocated away from his family, sleeping on limestone cliffs in Vietnam to arrive along a highway in Australia. A frequent site of wildlife vehicle collisions, Tasmania's now apex predator often scavenges this highway and byways for an easy meal.
But not one to dine politely. Tasmanian devils' gustatory guffaws while carcass consuming are terrifying to the langur. The devil growls and howls even more aggressively to scare away any nearby scavengers. And it becomes the tipping point that sends Langer leaping for the gum trees and off the field of battle. Langer eliminated! Well, there you have it, folks. Polar bear, Cape buffalo, wild yak, tapir, mountain zebra, ribbon seal, narwhal, and Tasmanian devil advance to round 2. Thank you for joining us in The Rundown.
Until next time, good night and good luck. Remember, in March Mammal Madness, if you're learning, you're winning.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, March Mammal Madness. It's going down. 65 species from all around. Thurles, deer, polar bear, taking the crown. Adax and ginkgo, they're battle bound. If you're learning, you're winning. What? Species battling, no one spinning. Home habitat's the first round spin, but traits take over when the league begins. Zorilla, flying snake, they coming through. Moon, rat, and fern got something to prove. Tree of life, they're fighting for the throne. Who's gonna make this tournament their own?
First 3 rounds, home field's your friend. But elite trade final roar, that's where legends send.
Number 1 seeds might fall today. Unexpected champs gonna have their say. If you're learning, you're winning. What? Species battling, no one spinning. Survival skills put to the test. March Mammal Madness, who's the best? 65 and up, but only one stays. March Mammal Madness, scientific ways. Yeah. Yeah.